This is a 1938 Pontiac Coupe. As you can see, time has taken its toll on it. After nearly 9 decades of abandonment, this once proud four-wheeler is just a shadow of what it used to be. Rust has eaten deep into its frame, and dirt has buried its curves. What was once a shining classic is now a worn-out relic, barely holding together. Most people would have given up on it without a second thought. But Brent Hoyink isn't like most people. The Canadian automotive enthusiast from Halfass Kustoms is determined to reverse all that damage and transform it into a roadworthy legend. And make no mistake, this wasn't going to be some easy weekend project. It was a man versus machine showdown where patience, skill, and sheer determination would be tested. One wrong step could ruin it all, but if Brent manages to pull it off, it would be nothing short of legendary. So, which way does this story end? Once Brent arrived at the garage, his first move was to inspect the damage again, and it was worse than anyone could imagine. Even for a true car lover like Brent, that was a hard sight, but this gentleman wasn't ready to give up. He rolled up his sleeve and dived straight into the next phase of the restoration. Now it was time to set out on the long but unavoidable journey of reviving this rickety coupe. With that, this engine bay was now fully reinforced and ready to carry a new engine. And Brent wasted no time. He dropped in a thundering 5.3-liter Chevy small block engine, powerful enough to bring the Pontiac back to life. Once that was sorted, he slid under the frame to tackle the suspension and underbody repairs. Next, he turned his attention to the interior to eliminate the decades of decay that had left the cabin in ruins. Brent paused the interior work briefly to construct a custom firewall for the engine, and the process was seamless for the most part. The engine, however, was a lot more taxing. In case you don't know yet, this Pontiac arrived at Brent's garage with an empty engine bay. Getting a factory replacement would have been the obvious choice, but good luck finding one. After all these years, it's nearly impossible. Brent, however, isn't the kind of guy to give up easily. He put on his thinking cap and found this plastic fuel tank from a Jeep and modified it until it sat perfectly in the Pontiac's frame. He literally did the same thing to this radiator from a Mustang car, again, saving himself the stress of searching for spare parts. Then he continued his shift in the interior. Hats off to Brent for his incredible effort and dedication to restoring this Pontiac. Unlike some restorers who outsource different parts of their project to other craftsmen, he has handled every single task by himself. And he's not done yet. Hard to believe that a car that was lying flat on its knees just a few moments ago is now able to carry its weight. But there was still a lot of work to do. This guy is an absolute genius. Through hard work, persistence, and unique craftsmanship, he was undoing nearly 9 decades of neglect and breathing new life into this Pontiac Coupe. But there's plenty more to do. Once that was done, the headlights came into focus with Brent doing some quick restorative work to make sure they were shining. Next, he returned to the interior, weaving his magic wand through the dashboard, glove box, and every little detail within reach until order was restored. With the heavy lifting sorted, it was time to put some finishing touches on the exterior before the paint came on. The car was carefully primed and prepped, and once the dust settled, it was time to splash some paint on it. There she is, the newly transformed 1938 Pontiac Coupe, glowing from the roof all the way to the rim. From a distance, it looks drivable, but some components still needed extra polishing, and Brent wasn't about to cut corners. But before we watch him take on the last stretch of this project, circle back to the past to explore the heritage of this car. The 1930s would go down as one of humanity's darkest hours, marked by a flurry of natural disasters and a daunting recession that nearly wrecked the global economy. But amidst all that trouble, an era of innovation was brewing in the American automotive industry, led by none other than Pontiac. Renowned for offering cheap, reliable cars, the automaker decided to up the ante one more time. And to do that, it introduced the Pontiac Coupe car in grand style in 1938. Adorned with elegant fenders, Art Deco lines, and chrome accents, this iconic four-wheeler was the perfect symbol of charisma and performance. Its silver streak, straight-six engine produced up to 100 horsepower, a solid amount of power for its time. This gave it enough lungs to perform different tasks, including grocery runs and hauling families to historic vacation sites across America. But after all those years, the Pontiac Coupe is no longer the workhorse that it used to be. Nowadays, it has become a rare commodity found mostly in lush showrooms and exclusive garages. And that, for me, is one of the reasons this project is so important. Because in reality, this isn't just any car, it's a piece of history. And if Brent can see it through, it would be one of the greatest achievements of his career. And needless to say, he's doing his utmost best to make that happen. With the restoration now all done, Brent drove the car outside and gave it a good wash. Then it was time to take it out for a spin. Watching this 1938 Pontiac Coupe roll down that narrow road was pure satisfaction. And I can't even imagine how Brent is feeling. He has worked relentlessly hard to restore one of the rarest cars on the entire planet. And for that, he deserves every accolade that comes his way. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite part of the restoration? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out other exciting videos on the channel like this one.